Hey guys, so this morning I didn't get around to discussing the update on Madeleine McCann's case. So I'm going to do that right now, and this article is by the New York Times. On Wednesday evening, the German and British authorities dropped a bombshell. They said a German man was under investigation on suspicion of the murder of Madeleine McCann, a 3-year-old British girl who disappeared from a hotel room in Portugal 13 years ago. The disappearance of Madeleine, who was vacationing with her family in the seaside village of Praia de Luz, Portugal, sent shockwaves across Europe, sparked an international manhunt, and triggered years of speculation. For years, as the child's bright-eyed face was plastered across Britain's tabloid press, rumors swirled about her whereabouts and what had happened that night. One British newspaper group later paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in liable damages over stories baselessly throwing suspicion on the girl's parents. All the while, criticism mounted of the initial botched investigation by the Portuguese police. Now the announcement of an official suspect has thrust the case back into the international spotlight. Here is what we know about the recent developments. So who is this suspect? He is a 43-year-old man whose identity has not immediately been released by police and was named in the German press reports on Thursday as Christian B. He lived in Portugal in and around the Algarve region, sporadically from 1995 to 2007. The man, who is in a German prison serving a sentence for an unrelated sexual crime and for drug offenses, has a criminal record for sexual abuse of children. Christian Hope, a criminal investigator at Germany's Federal Criminal Police, said on public television on Wednesday night. He is also known to have burglared hotels and vacation homes and dealt drugs, German police said in their statement, and held a number of odd jobs in the Lagos area, including catering. The British and German police appealed for anyone with information about the man to come forward and release photographs of 2 vehicles, a Volkswagen camper van and a Jaguar sedan, which he used at the time of Madeleine's disappearance. The German authorities are appealing to anyone who has information that will shed light on the suspect's whereabouts between 9:10 p.m. and 10 p.m. on May 3, 2007. What happened on the night Madeleine disappeared? Well, on May 3rd, 2007, Madeleine disappeared while staying at a holiday resort with her family and a group of their friends in Praia de Luz, an area popular with British tourists. Her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, say they left Madeleine, who was about to turn 4 years old, and her siblings, 2-year-old twins, in the apartment where they were staying while they ate in a nearby restaurant. Mr. McCann returned to check on the children around 9 p.m. and found nothing amiss. But when his wife returned to check on them an hour later, at around 10 p.m., Madeleine was missing. The police were called and a search began near the vacation apartment. In subsequent days, the manhunt grew to the surrounding area, but no trace of the girl was ever found. In 2011, in response to a request from the McCann family, David Cameron, the Britain's Prime Minister, ordered the London police to review the investigation. A year later, British officers said there is a possibility the girl could still be alive. Just days after Madeleine's disappearance, a British-Portuguese man who lived with his mother a short distance from where the McCanns were staying was named by the Portuguese police as a suspect. He was never arrested, and a year later, the Portuguese authorities said he was no longer considered a suspect. For a time, Madeleine's parents were also considered suspects by the Portuguese authorities, triggering theories about what role they may have played. They were formally cleared a year later. In 2014, the British police flew to Portugal to interview 4 additional suspects, the BBC reported, but returned without making any arrests. What do the authorities and the family believe happened to Madeleine? While Madeleine's parents had long held out hope that their daughter might be found alive, the German authorities have made it clear that they believe the girl was killed. The German public prosecutors provided few details on Wednesday about what might have happened, but in an appearance on Wednesday on an Unsolved Crimes TV show, Mr. Hope of the German police said the evidence that they had amassed led to the assumption that Madeleine was the victim of a homicide. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave me your thoughts and opinions below in the comment section. And the suspect's name is Christian Brueckner. And he is actually in prison because in 2006, he broke into the home of a 72-year-old American and brutally raped and robbed her in Pride, Deluge.